up, everybody? Barely made it for the stream today, gotta be honest. But we're here and we're ready to talk about this Friday market open. Who's ready for the end of the week, guys? I'm ready for this market just to do the right thing by us. Give us some direction. None of this nasty algo. By the way, AMC, GME fans, I guess you guys are relatively better after yesterday's wrap up today. Hey everybody, how you going? I don't know why we've lost camera, so I'm just trying to figure that out. Unless I am on the camera and I don't know about it. Am I on the camera, guys? Let me check it on my phone. 1 second. No, I'm certainly not there. I'm certainly not there. Alright, 1 sec. Let me see if I can fix this and then we'll get straight into the action. Sorry about being a little bit late today, guys. Had to go out to the city. Friend's birthday. Cannot miss. Of course, when it comes to friends, you gotta do it. Gotta do it. What the hell is going on here? I'm not that technological savvy here. Maybe if I move it up. Nope, that's still not working. Terrible. We might have to run no cam. Whatever, the camera doesn't matter. Let me just quickly get rid of this thing. We don't need the camera. There we go. We'll get rid of that. Move that over here so you don't have to see it. And we're going to run no camera Friday action. That's how it's going to be. Okay, guys. Whew. Mic muted. Crazy stuff this week. Welcome 789 viewers out there. We are ready for Friday. Barely, but we're ready. We're going to be talking about stock market, crypto market, and everything else. Just for AMC fans, I thought I'd just quickly come in here. We knew I can't reboot. If we reboot, it drops the YouTube and it won't work. The reboot will work, but yeah, I can't do it. So anyway, we've got the $11 breakout. That was pretty significant. Of course, J-Rock will be happy about that. All happened around here, this 1033. Seems like every single time we get above the 10, we get the closure, it goes crazy. Do I think it's kind of had enough? For now, I would say, yeah, probably got that $14 ceiling still. This is really the maximum it can go. Maybe GME, though, might have some interest in it. Look, we'll go back over the market instead because we've only got a little bit of time. We're less than 1 hour away from open. So I want to talk really about the stock market today. I think the stock market is super interesting. And I got so many texts here coming in. Nah, Bo, the SP 500 is not down 5%, man. It's not down. Not just yet. 41.29. This level is important. You guys know why. 41.20, we talked about this level to death this week. We talked about the break underneath. Yesterday, we theorized it was going back up. We were correct. Today, what do you guys think? Team, community, what's going to happen today? Let me know, and then I'll let you know my thoughts. So bull or bear today, what are you guys? Let me know right now. Let's just quickly read here. Tom is looking for Harry. I was screaming out on Swanston Street. I said, Harry, where are you, man? I know you've been buying Tesla every way down. He's probably maybe Harry's been taken out. Maybe he got leveraged. His options expired, worthless. It could be a thing. US 100 dropping now. It all comes down to, I think, this SP 500. So let's see what everyone else thinks about it. We'll quickly switch over, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin while we wait for these to come in. So here's BTC, 50,300. Okay, 50,300. I put a quick thing on the Twitters today. So if you want to follow us on the Twitters at FX Evolution, where Elon Musk lives, well, actually where Doge Pumping lives, Twitter, get on over there at FX Evolution again for that one, or ! Discord will get you into the Discord community. And just around this 51,350 zone is where I'm looking for BTC. I would love to see a break above this. And why? Because our favorite 8-hour chart is really showing the goods here. We've got rejection candle. These two types of rejection show momentum in the correct area, the correct zone being previous support. And this is showing me, especially with this volume, that there could be a nice breakout happening here on BTC. It may not happen through today's session, but I would be putting a line through the 51,350, and I would be looking for a closure above here, and then going towards, of course, that 54, and then hopefully we can continue our way up. Crypto will be all right as long as BTC comes back into some kind of sanity. And being down here is not good, but I love these rejection wicks quite a lot. Let's see what the community thinks. So we've got bear, bull, full bear, says Sarah One. So he's taken out, there is no buy button on his broker right now. There is only bear action, only put sideways, bear. Is Tom drunk, says Brandon Crisis? No. I had one drink, guys. That's not going to get me done. No freaking idea, and bear trap. So I think everything comes down to the 4120. Let's go back over this particular chart and let's talk about this level, because where this closes today will be significant. Now we're in the fake news market right now, the futures market, 4131. And things are starting to weaken off here, 1 hour out of the pre-market. So we are starting to see this weakness come through. What I'll be looking for is, I'm actually going over the SPX. I'm going to be looking for where the market actually opens. So yesterday, we hit 4120. We were completely correct about this level. It barely got through 4131 kind of area. And it actually started selling off near the close there. See that 4112? Now, today, I expect us to open somewhere around 4120 to 4130, where we are now. That's actually what I expected this morning. So we're sitting on 4130 at this time. If we get this, so all we need is to go down to a 15-minute. Let's say we get like a peak where it opens, small movement down, movement up, and then movement down. The lightning bolt towards the negative side. That's going to be enough to realistically push us through to the downside. Because if that happens, effectively let me just quickly get rid of the bar. There we go. What happens is that's going to give us the lightning bolt direction, the direction towards the down bearish action that we've been looking at here in the markets. If the market opens up and we get a new high, so we break through anything around this 4160, the bearish action is gone in this market. So I actually think anything that breaks above this and closes is going to mean the bear side and the Nasdaq, the bear side and the SP 500 was over as fast, like a click, as fast as it started. So I've got 4160 on the resistance side today, guys. I've got 4120 on the zone here that I'm looking at, and I'm going down to the small time frames to try to find weakness coming through the market. So we're sitting here at the 4133. It's super tough to pick this market right now. We've talked about the algorithms, but we just know that this zone is exactly where the bulls and the bears will be fighting it out for today's session. Darth Sidious says, Harry lives in your heart. Maybe. Because it's approaching this weekend, it's always up Thursday, Friday, unless bad news has been released. That is true. Has anyone seen, like, I mean, I think the biggest threat to the markets right now is always going to be like conflicts, wars, those kind of things. I always think that's going to be the next decade of stories. That's the biggest threat that I see to the markets at this stage. But the US 500 is probably the one that I think I'm paying the most attention to. Now, let's go over here to the futures of the Nasdaq, the tech stocks. Where are we? Are we at an important zone or are we not? We're sitting at 13,200, and I can't really find any clear direction here. Usually we feel really good about a day. Yesterday we felt really good about the bull side. Today we feel really neutral because when we're at such a critical zone of the S&P, it's super difficult to figure out what this is going to do next. Now, if we go bullish, we know where the level's going to be. If you're talking about where to get back into participation phase in the Nasdaq, it's all around this 13,400 zone. 13,400, we've got support, resistance. It's a clear zone here. And then a 50 exponential moving average, this blue line here. So this exact level is the type of thing where we've made a new trough. We're probably going to come through, find resistance here, pull back, and then break through the zone. When we do this, bam, I believe that actually buying will ensue. If you also take a look at the FANG as well, so let's have a look at the FANG index together, you'll notice that it's straight on support. This was the area that we were watching last time round for a bullish break. In fact, we went long here in April for all the FANG stocks. This was our real teller. We go over to the daily, you'll see what I mean. The market has pulled straight back down to that level. We closed above here. We went long. That was a great opportunity. Now we're back at the support. So it's very tough here. What you're looking for on the FANG stocks, little lightning bolt here on the smaller time frames. So we're going to dial in something like a 2-hour chart and see how it's moved up. Now we want to see whether it moves down and then breaks a new peak. I'm looking for a breakout just from there. Once that occurs, I do believe that we're going to smash through even the 4,700 and keep going on the FANG. So it's tough. FANG stocks look relatively cheap. They look actually relatively good right now. But when you look at the broader market, the S&P 500 stuck at that key critical zone of the 4120, you could always see further downside. I mean, even these tech stocks after earnings, they're only down 9%. I think that's actually pretty good. And the level makes a lot of sense. But we've seen the charts before. Remember, we bring back this chart and we think about 2010, 2011 area. And this is what happened in 2010 after the global financial crisis. It came down, it hovered, and then it bulled up. So it depends how long you're in the game for. But I do think a lot of these things like Apple, Facebook, etc. are finding support. We've got a super chat coming in here, I believe, and I probably missed it. It happened at the start, and it has disappeared from my thing. I'll just quickly refresh all of this. We've certainly got a problem here with the old Streamlabs tonight. I'm just doing this to test it, guys. There was a $2 super chat. I don't know what it said. I think it said something like, we're getting things started. So thank you very much for that. And I'm not sure who it was. Tom's buying Square tonight, Truly Messiah said. Yeah, Square actually hit the level. And I'm pretty excited about that. We'll just go through this ARK analysis. I got asked this by someone in the private community and a few people on YouTube. They wanted to know what I thought about ARK. It's as simple as this, guys. With ARK, all we do, we take the fib retracement and we say, where are we right now? And Kathy Wood is sitting, she's getting wrecked. She's hit the 50% fib. Somewhere between this 50% and this 61.8 fib, you have to think it turns around. You have to think it turns around. Now, I know that they've got Tesla. I know that looks bearish. I know they've got a bunch of stocks that have been going down a lot, Square, Teladoc, and others. But this is right around the area where people are losing hope. I've never seen so much Kathy Wood bashing as I've seen in the last 24 hours. In fact, I think it was kind of like trending on Twitter before. So people are bashing Kathy. A lot of you guys out there probably hate her right now because she's losing a lot of money. But somewhere around this 50%, 61.8 fib, you've got a support. You've already got a support kind of zone that's come through here. Psychological 100 level. Now, I don't usually do the analysis on RK. You guys know that. But this is always going to be one of those zones where if you like this kind of fund, if you're somebody that's investing, you're starting to say, damn, you know, these are starting to look very cheap. They're not very cheap, but much, much better, much more reasonable for longer term investment levels. What do you guys think about these types of ones? Should be very interesting to see what you guys think. We'll move on over to Tesla. Tesla's yesterday's close was brutal. It'll have to make up a lot of work for it today. Weekly is where we're at here. Where does the weekly close? If it closes above 600, good news. If it closes below 600, that's not going to be good. So here's the level right here. We need a closure above 600 for Tesla under all circumstances to go bullish again next week. If it cannot do it and the market closes underneath, Michael Burry and his nasty, nasty puts, he'll be celebrating because what will he be doing? He'll be hoping that it goes all the way to 450 town. So Tesla, make or break here for the 600 today. Currently pre-market 585. So pre-market, it's looking like that. Let me just try this Logitech again. Try to get this thing going. Craziness. Can't believe it's not working. Oh well. We tried, guys. We tried. No worries. So yeah, Tesla, I'm just thinking about the weekly. That's the only important level for me right now. Even if we go into the dailies and we think about it, the daily has been down here before, so it's not unprecedented that it can get to this level and find support. But what is unprecedented is the weekly close. And I think I've told you guys before, if I was actually to go into stocks, it's not Forex, it's not commodities, but if I was to say what is the number one most important time frame that I look for in stocks, it's got to be the weekly. The weekly is so key to your analysis. It's slow, it's boring. I know you don't want to think about it, but really it's number one. Number two is actually going to be the monthly. Number three is going to be the daily, and then so on and so forth. Of course, 4 is going to be 4 hour, etc. But the weekly actually beats out the monthly for me. I think there's a lot of great signals that you get in that long leg doji, all of the movies. Pull out the USB cable and put it back in. It's not that. It's not that. It's because I literally ran in the house. I got here with 30 seconds to spare, and I didn't reload Streamlabs. So because it had been on since yesterday's stream, that's why it's not working for sure. All right, let's go around the markets here. What else is going on? Let's just quickly load up our Webull screener, and let's find out what exactly is happening in this pre-market, because we are about 40 minutes away from seeing the open. Tom, are you pulling an all-nighter today? No, but we will pull an all-nighter soon. Look forward to that. I will give away today a very cool program. You'll have to join the Discord to get it. So make sure you go !Discord, join up the public Discord, come on in, and I'll link that and I'll show you guys it throughout the stream. All right, let's just quickly reload these. Let's get up to the big companies. Usually what I do is I just search 30 billion plus here, and then I'm going to set the EPS to negative 100, positive 100. Okay, so we'll just set all this right now. Negative 100. And that should give us about 400 and... or maybe we'll go even more. We'll go 1,000 each way because we need some... There we go. Should have enough companies now that comes through. Cool. All right, that should give us most of the ones that we want. So we'll just have a quick look here. Walt Disney had the report yesterday. I had a quick look around it. Looks like basically their streaming numbers weren't looking good. I think the thing with their streaming numbers, they probably need Loki. They probably need a bunch of their sellout programs to do quite well. When those programs do well, I think next earnings will be okay. Their theme parks did incredibly well, which was a surprise, but not too much of a surprise, I think, to a lot. Other than that, Travelers is down. Airbnb's report was mediocre at best, and there were some good things and some bad things in that. When we're taking a look at the positive sides for the day, Snowflake's up 5%, Coinbase up 4.15. Their earnings were, I think it was like a tripling of transactions or something like that. Transaction revenue was pretty damn amazing. We kind of thought that would happen. SEA's up. This one hit support. We'll go through both of them because they're both great stocks, Square and that. And they're both on the zones that if it's going to turn around, this is the kind of zone that I'm looking at for longer term positions, because $200 Square is a great support. It's like AMD at that 74 kind of zone that was there all that time back. And then, of course, SE at around 200 is pretty insane as well. Dale Bro says, yeah, join the Discord. I'm the grumpy boomer you will find there. Very good. I bet Tom is sitting in his whitey's hideys. Not quite, man. Not quite. I tell you, I'd get it up. It'd all be good. Knock Knock, thank you so much for becoming a member for the last 2 months. Appreciate it, Knock Knock. Also appreciate the stuff you send me in Discord. If you ever see something and you think, oh, this should be featured on the stream, share it through, guys. Whatever you share, remember, helps the community, and that's the best thing about it. Let's go down here to Square, take a quick look at this. So yesterday, a pretty nasty close. Looks like it's going to open above this. I would never want this weekly to get underneath this zone. In fact, even this weekly here has me a bit worried on Square. That's not the type of thing that I want to see. I like seeing these rejections. Every other time, I've been incredibly bullish on the level. This time round, I kind of almost want to see more. And what I mean by that is when you see these rejections, that's good. It means there's strength. Things are looking good. At this point, though, you know what I'm going to say. Lightning bolt off this level. It's really tough to buy Square at this zone. I like the company a lot. I believe a lot in longer term investing in it. But when you're talking about trades, guys, remember there's a big distinction between trading something and investing in it. Investing in it, you're prepared to ride and die with the company for up to a very large point. You might be like taking a 30% dip and you're prepared to take that. Take a 50% dip and you're prepared to take that, potentially even average, and buy more of the damn thing if you like the stonk or the stock. And when you're trading, you need to be more sure of stuff. So you need to wait for something like that lightning bolt. Here's an example of what happened with Square last time. Now, you're going to yell at me because you're going to say, Tom, I missed out on so much if I did this. But notice how over here there was a bit of consolidation. Then it jumped, and that actually is the entry point for most people. Now, you're not going to get the best price, but notice how the actual trade itself worked out a lot better. So this consolidation down here with the jump was really showing us that we're ready to move up now to the next level. That's the type of thing that I want to see now on Square. We'll move over to SE, and then I'll read some chat questions here. And this one is another thing that we check on the weekly. So have we been down here before? Yes. Is this looking a little bit better than Square? I would say yes. I think it is, but the valuation still, I mean, if I look at it all metrics, it kind of terrifies me. But it's right around that zone, 200 simple moving average. And again, I'd probably be still thinking lightning bolt is the way to go. Every one of these hyper stonks, don't try to catch the falling knife. That's the problem here. Record number of likes and no video would screw with Tom's head. Hit the like if you're feeling wicked, says Craig Harry Taylor. Is that like, Craig, are you like Harry's cousin? Is that why you've got Harry in the name, man? I like it. Save your cash, Tom, for something else, says Truly Messiah. Oh, I'm all good, man. I'm loving it. So it's all good in the markets right now. I've actually felt, I think like the actual opportunities in some tech stocks here are getting pretty interesting to me. But you guys know I'm also big into this bio area that's happening right now. I really like the bio sector, and I'm thinking that's starting to turn around. So some people have mentioned 2050 turnarounds up here. Yeah, that's why we can't catch them here. Are they at supports? Yes. Is it a good zone? Yes, it's a good zone. But as a trade, this is the type of thing that you need to wait for more action. I just keep repeating that to you guys because it's so important. Eka Aurora coming in with a Singapore $2 donation. Comments on DXY. We'll get over to that in just a second there, Eka. Mr. Jerwin 10, I'm ride and die with Tesla. Once you drive one, you get it. I've only ever been in one. It was pretty cool. But I get what you're saying. I've been watching a bit of videos on it actually recently, and I think Tesla might be my next car here in Australia. It may be my next car. I thought it was going to be something else, but Tesla's starting to make me think about it. Let's move over to the dollar index, see if there's any secrets or hidden kind of bits of information that we can see here about how the market's going. So the dollar index had that big movement through, and I guess the news is out now that's probably pushed this down a little bit further. And we had that big movement. Core CPI came out, or was it the jobs number? I can't remember now. And it pushed very heavily up. That instant heavy push. We kind of hit our zone straight away, started consolidating after that, which is what we expected. And now we're pressuring down. Now, the problem with this is what the dollar index is telling us here is that the market is ready to move up more. So the stock market is actually feeling okay. And at this stage, it's risk on and people are moving back out of the dollar after their initial concerns over this one here, being the 10-year yields, has been alleviated. Remember the 10-year yields, guys, that was such an important thing for us to look at last week. And over the last couple of weeks, people were really paying attention to it. I never cared, but a lot of other people did. And this is what was hurting the Nasdaq. 10-year yield rising, that was causing the downward momentum. Dollar index is currently on support, but it's a falling knife. So for us to really trade something like this, you're looking for lightning bolt here, double bottom here, the same things that we always apply to the market. Do not catch this. Guys, I need falling knives in the chat right now. Do not try to catch that. That is horrible. Move over to gold. Gold is close to our level. Some nice little day trading spike zones in here. We'll move over to the 8-hour. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. This zone is really important. 1842-ish area. We've had this here for a while. I've spoken about it. It looks like we may break it today if the dollar index continues to weaken, and then gold can move to the next level, 1875. So for gold and silver bugs, there could be some opportunities here. We'll move over to silver. I mean, gold's as simple as that. Get through that zone. Silver's actually breaking behind it. So silver's being slower. Let's go down to a 2-hour. Love this. This is cool. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so good. So imagine if silver gets through these wicks. Community, tell me what's going on here. You guys should know by now. What is happening if we get through these wicks on the 2-hour? We've got our base. Strong base formation. We've got support, 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 resistance, resistance, huge amounts of bars. I will say one thing about Teslas, guys. Their aftercare support here in Australia is horrible. I have clients with them. Terrible. It takes so long to get it back. Big brain, no falling knives. That's right, William. Look, if traders are going to get anything out of these hyper stonks and what they might be losing money on, it's that you've got to think of things as trades versus investments. I think there's a big difference between here. Silver is, if it closes above this zone, is looking very strong because what that's doing is it's taking out all of these wick rejections, which means that effectively we're taking out stop losses. And we've seen that before on the stream. I encourage everyone to go back and have a look at when gold broke about a week ago. Go to the live stream. You'll see it live. We're literally talking about it, chunking and taking out stop losses. And it went like a beast up so quickly. So closure above here, that's the type of signal that really leads to strong movement here from silver. I could see it going back up to $27.80 to $28. And finally, we're getting to that point that we need to be at. Silver is behind gold right now in the trade. For sure it is. Okay, we've got a new member coming in here. Amish Cyborg joining the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much, Amish. Hope you have a great weekend. You're enjoying the stream. Also, 1,636 viewers. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. We're at 423 likes. We might not have Cam today, but we certainly do have hype intro. So guys, get us to 500 if you can. and we'll pump it up for Friday because I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good that the week's over, and I'm also feeling good that I think that next week we'll be able to actually get some damn good trades in the market. Whatever way this US 500 moves, whatever way it moves. Hard to tell right now, but after this Friday close, hopefully we get a bit more direction. Let's just continue our story through all of these pairs. We'll go over to US oil. Anything going on here? Nice little zone. So nice support, resistance area through here. Resistance becomes support again. I think there will be some takers here for oil. Again, I would say longer time. All you're looking for is a 66 closure above. So like a 66.50 or something for oil. And that's going to trigger heavy buying in oil all the way up to the 75. Oh, we've got another person coming in, member. We've got April Chennai Madison. Thank you so much. April, you've joined the Diamond Hands community. Please make sure when you join Discord to link them up. Link up that YouTube and link up the Discord, and it'll give you access to the private rooms as well. At least this stock and crypto private rooms. Okay, so US oil, we've seen what's going on there. We've gone through gold, we've gone through silver. We've seen some of the price action coming through for some of the stonks. And we also had that coin earnings, which has now led to a 280. So when we were talking about interest in this stock, look, it wouldn't have been that great, would it? So we were talking about buying at about 275, I think yesterday, 278. So pre-market, it's just going to give us what we want. Remember, I think one of the best ways to get access to Bitcoin, if you're bullish on Bitcoin over this next, what we believe is one more push here in Bitcoin, the 280, Coinbase and Square are going to be the two best actions. And Coinbase should benefit quite a lot from this last cycle. They've been talking about in their earnings report, they're like, we're going to add Doge in 2 months. That's 2 months too late, bro. What is Coinbase thinking? You got to get it on tomorrow. I can't believe how slow they are to get Doge on their network. But 280 is still fairly solid here. And I could see once it cracks like this 305 or Bitcoin starts running back to 55K, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Coinbase back moving towards the 350, 360. There is some percentage to be made here. I don't believe in this thing long term though at all. Whoa, was this like Subtrain or something on Friday, guys? We've got even more members joining. We've got Philip Lengens. Welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining there, Philip. And we've also got Esteban Mantilla. Welcome to the Diamond Hands community. And a super chat coming in from Christopher Collins. Super chatting $4.99. Tom, Airbnb insider lockup expires Monday. Do you think it will tank when they sell their shares? Oh, that's a great one, Christopher. Yes, I think that could tank it. I've got kind of like a theory on Airbnb. I would like to own Airbnb, but because it's an IPO, like I smidgened it down here. I took a position around here and I just chopped it up because the problem I had with it was it looked good on Google Trends and everything was trending well. Then suddenly the trend fell off. And you guys know what I hate about IPOs. I hate them. They always come good about 12 to 18 months after the initial IPO. So this is when I want to look back on it as a community and go and say, yes, we're interested in that. Snowflake's a great example of why IPOs can be so dangerous. So dangerous. Thank you, Philip. Thank you for joining, and I'm glad to have you on board here. As Johnny Knoxville says, Philip, you're a legend, and so are all the other members that are joining today. Thank you very much. Este, Mantilla, and others. Tommy, pronounce it Doge. Oh, like, Doge, like long leg Doge. Yes, we could pronounce it like that. So Airbnb, yeah, I think it will actually tank it. I think if people were selling it, it would further hurt this stock. It's getting cheap, but maybe it's still not cheap enough. Market cap currently is $81 billion. So it's not a little bit. My God, you guys are really bringing it today. Alpha, welcome to the Diamond Hands. Maybe I should stream no cam all the time. You guys love it a lot more. Alpha and Rav Panchillingam. Man, I don't know if I got your name right there, Rav, but thank you very much. Also joining the Diamond Hands. Appreciate it, guys. Airbnb is destroying the real estate market in Toronto. Everybody is trying to buy homes to rent to visitors, says Kevin. Yes. I used to rent my property with Airbnb and VRBO. Those companies are both scam artists. I'm never doing it again. Interesting, Sam Burgers. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Dale Brose as well joining the Stonk Squad. Whew. God. Maybe I should have like more beers or something. It hasn't even come up on your screen, but I can see it already. Dale, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys today. It's really awesome. Okay, let's go through some others. We've got Neo here. That was a request from before. We've also, so I think with Airbnb, Christopher, I do believe that could further tank the share. I'm just of the belief I just can't come back to Airbnb until 12 to 18 months. I had a quick look at their report. Somebody else in the community had a look as well, and it was crazy. It was crazy. AMC's ripping. We'll check it out in a second. Neo looks pretty bad, realistically. I mean, there's nothing here that looks good. God help you today, Neo traders. 32. Oh, no. I feel bad. This is bad. I can't even find a positive. I wish I could. This just looks so much like a falling knife. It really does. And this is the problem with these hyper. I mean, it broke through support. Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't think I can really get behind Neo here. It's kind of like that time Palantir broke through the low, and we saw that. We might have a look at Palantir in a second and see how it's opening up. It just started tanking really hard. I mean, Neo under 32, what is this? $34 support. This support held for so long, and then it's got everything going against it. You've got earnings coming up in June, which is still, it's only, 15, not that long away, really. Is that right? Another earnings coming up so fast? Yeah, I guess so. And at the same time, it's underneath. I'll be looking very closely at today's close. If it can get above the 50, I guess you're starting to stay. That's positive. That's very positive. But if it holds down here, yeah, we'll have to revisit it next week. No good. No good. We've got a couple other people joining. Alpha T, welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you, Alpha T. And also VE Chain for Life joining the Stonk Squad. My God, you guys are crazy. 1,652 viewers as well. Thank you guys for this Friday. It's pretty amazing. What's up, Herder? Good to have you here. What's a good price for Neo and PLTR? Neo is really tough because there's nothing supporting it here. You really need to see structure. And I think that the issue here is how far back can it go? So if we talk about how far it came up and where it came from, it does kind of start to make sense that this stock could even be overpriced at this price. So we're at the 50% fib and it held it. The next level of support from a fib perspective is 61.8. That's going to put you at around $27 back in this little bit here. And I kind of feel like that's where Neo might go next. I wouldn't buy this stock unless the stock gave me a range where it broke through or a nice lightning bolt on a high time frame, like at least 4 hour or above. I just couldn't do it to myself. I just know better. It's going to punish me otherwise, and I'll get caught holding the bag in a stock I'm not prepared to hold the bag on. So yeah, for this one, that's the way I'm looking at it. PLTR, we'll just quickly go over there and have a look at this. It's the same thing here. You know, when this got through 21, to me, it got really negative. I know it's having a couple of good days here, but look, even then, it had its earnings day. Everyone thought it was awesome. It moved on up, and then bam, straight back down initially. Today's going to be up again, but Palantir, I'm seeing it towards 15. I said that the other day. Unless you can prove me wrong and get it back above 21. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot barge pole until either it got close to the 15 and I felt better about it there, and I want to invest in it, or the thing gets above 21. Now, a lot of people believe in Palantir. I'm not saying it's not a good stonk, but at the same time, it needs to close above here. From a TA perspective, I can't stand it while it's underneath this zone. Truly Messiah says EVs are dead. Better to leave them alone. I think, look, the car business is not as profitable as many people think. Tesla's got a bit of everything, but EVs are certainly not the flavor of the month. So you have to think about it this way, though. Sometimes, what's a good example? Guys, can you give me a 3D printer company? Can you give me a big 3D printer company that was around 5 years ago? Just give me a code for it. I forgot them, but I want to show the community this is super important. I've got a new member of the Stonk Squad as well, David J. Gomez. Thank you, David. This is the most we've ever had through any session. We've got 10 new members. That brings us to 179. We're getting close on 200 members here on YouTube. What a community we have. That's insane. So, yeah, give me a code here, guys, that I can't remember any of them. PRNT. No, I don't want that one. Not that one. Yeah. 3D Systems. Thanks, guys. That's the one. The old 3D Systems. Let's go back in time, guys, to a point before where we are now. Whoa. Something is happening back here in 1314. The newest, greatest, best technology in the world, 3D printing to our homes. Whoa. Wait a second. There we are. It was like when weed came out. Look at it go. Oh, 3D printing's the future, and it's not. And it's not. And it is again, but it's not again. So I think this is a great example of when you go through the next big thing, you have to be in the absolute perfect place at the perfect time, and you can't always bag hold these kind of positions. Also, think about it. Look how close this thing got to 100. But then nasty Wall Street were like, you think you're going to get $100 on this? Bad luck. Get out of here. Get out of here, they say. So that's a great example of what does sometimes happen. And I could feel like that may happen with EVs. A lot of EVs out there are going to have that kind of problem with them. Marcel Mazar, Ron, $10. HTBX, please. Cheers. Okay, so I will do that in a second. We're only 16 minutes away. We're doing a really quick one here today. I want to go through a couple of cryptos here. ADA, guys. Yes. Good work, everyone. We called $1.95 over the last couple of days, ever since we got through this level in the smaller time frame. The thing has beast moded. It's hit $1.95. I'm very happy with that. Excellent. I hope you guys are too. Now we've got DOT. This thing's a little sneaky demon, this nasty DOT, but it could possibly get through. KSM's been moving very heavily. I have a feeling a bit of that's got to do with Akala as well. So Akala's like a new DOT DeFi hub thing, and people are staking KSMs, and I think that's what's happening. That's important. I'm really watching DOT this weekend. I'm actually going to set some alerts for this thing, because I feel like DOT is getting super close to giving us a new big momentum spike. We've got now the movement on Cardano. Now we go to DOT and we see that one. 41.60 here on DOT. I'm looking for a closure 8 hour or better above this zone. Look how many times this thing's rejecting. It hates this area, guys. There's a nasty evil whale seller selling off that area. But if the whale loses, especially on the daily, I could see DOT moving fairly heavily. I actually think it'll smash new all-time highs as well. I think it'll go like 50 plus here for DOT. I'm feeling it, but it's got to get it done. Other cryptos right now, God, it's all over the place. I'm kind of feeling BTC. We spoke about that at the start of the stream. And the rest of them, look, they're all doing the same thing. DOT and Cardano seem to be the two that are sticking out for me. Internet Computer ICO, says Claiborne Taylor. ICP, yeah. I'm not big on that one. I know it was 3 years in the making, and I know it came in hard and it got like $800, but there's a lot of manipulation in those. Quite a lot. Johnny Knoxville says insane clown posse. Can you believe I bought a CD by then, Johnny? Insane clown posse. Oh, that brings me back. I still cannot believe I owned one of those CDs back in the day. We'll do Marcel's, and of course, as always, 14 minutes to go here to the market. You guys get to decide. We'll watch the US 100 and the US 500 come into the open here. You guys decide two pairs that you want. Put your selections in the chat right now. It's always up to the community what we end up watching. HTBX. So this is Heat what is it? Biologics. Oh. It's had some pumpy dumpy on it before earnings. What's that? Is that like a announcement of something good? I mean, it's a biotechnology company, so it makes sense it has the pumpy dumpies. Size of this thing is $145 million. Obviously, whatever the news wasn't good enough to spike it. And always go back in time if you want to know whether these companies do this. So this one here is known for the pumpy dumpy. Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. Once you see that, guys, never trade the biotechnology company that does this without taking out on the pump. Take out the pump. You will not usually regret it. Biotech does this way too regularly with the small companies. If you're wondering where it's at right now, it still looks pretty bearish. It's coming into support, which is around $5, but that's still 79-ish cents away. I would wait for it to come down here. And then if you're looking for pickup, this is the type of thing that you're looking for. Bottom formed again, testing that resistance, closure out. That's your signal that you can get back in. So that's the type of thing you're looking for. Double bottom, lightning bolt, daily or better, Marcel. Unfortunately, I could see this coming down a little bit further right now. We've got Ganzorig Sharav, US $4.99. Thank you so much. Made my best trade yesterday just watching you and love your TA. Could you do TA on Twitter and AMD? I'm very, very glad that you did well there yesterday. I think we got that pretty spot on. That S&P analysis we did together as a community was phenomenal. But unfortunately, not every day can I bring you a known commodity, like a known. I don't know what the S&P is going to do today. I have no idea. I really don't. 41.20 is just, it's got me perplexed. I'm perplexed about it. AMD, let's take a look. Yesterday was a bad day for this stock. Of course, going underneath, just underneath too. Going underneath 74 was not pleasant. And we go over to the weekly to try to understand, again, how the market trades around here. This was a horrible candle. That's why I say look at the weeklies. This is bad. This is bad. The question becomes, can we hold above 74 today? I think the pre-market is 74 flat. And that's why we can't tell what's going on. What I would prefer to do, if you want to short a market like this, you generally will get the opportunity and it will look something like this. It'll short off. It'll then come back and it will test from the bottom up the resistance. And when that occurs, so we've got support, 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 support. When you get that test back of the resistance, that is when you choose generally to short the market. Now, when you're shorting an index, you've got to be even more careful. But on a stock like this that's already weak, someone said it really well in the comments today. They said it's hard to short an index full of good companies and a couple of bad eggs, but it's really easy to short a crap company that's already looking bearish. Now, I'm not saying AMD is a crap company because I like this one. You guys know I just bought a processor, which I'll eventually put in this computer. And yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. A little bit of a closure down, hopefully a retest, and then you short it off. At this stage, it's too close to call. Let's have a look at Twitter. Another good one that I'm very interested in here, Ganzorig. And this, I am literally just waiting for the damn thing to give me a signal. Because, you know, I don't really care about Twitter at all. Like, I don't want to own this company very long. But I do want to trade it. And I haven't seen it yet. But I will continue to tell the community the way that I'm looking at the markets. And at this stage, the markets are down low and we don't have our lightning bolt. We don't have any significant price action here that tells me that Twitter is going long. Could it go 10% up in a day? Sure, but it wouldn't be a predictable 10%. So I'll continue to watch Twitter. Don't worry, Ganzorig. Your donation is not missed. I will continue to watch it. In fact, I'm going to add this now and I'll boost this for next week. I'll actually chuck some companies rather than just what everybody else wants in here. I'll put some things that I look for as well, or I like looking at, and I'll chuck them in these. Like I'll chuck them in these sides a little bit more so you guys can see some stuff that I've got interest in as well. So we'll chuck those in there over the weekend. Twitter, too close to call. We need more price action at this stage. 2 hour still doesn't tell us anything really. 8 minutes to go. Burgos says I'm too afraid to short. Burgos, don't do it then. It is very, very tough. Truly Messiah says he loves Dorsey. Not really. I think Twitter is crap, really. But I do, and Dorsey hasn't really made Twitter do well for a long time. I think someone in the private community sent me something, and it's like where Dorsey calls Twitter a husk a few years ago. But yeah, look, if you're afraid to short, don't short. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Tommy bought a processor AMD to the moon, says Johnny. That's right. Get rich quick might work for some, but a lot of people burn. That is correct. A lot of people do burn. Silver has taken off. Nice. Silver was behind. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at it go. Go, Silver. Was that Long John Silver? We got to take it up. Take it up. I saw a cool picture today, and it was like somewhere in America. God, it was a good billboard. It was from Wall Street Silver Bets or Silver Bugs or something. Oh, it was such a good billboard, man. The guy did a really good job on the look of it, the look and the feel. It was nice. Okay, so we went through some questions here. Oh, we've got Nikal as well. Sharma 100. Hi, Tom. Could you please do TA on Indian Hotels Company? Is what happened today normal in inverse head and shoulders? Oh, yeah, this was one you had a question about the other day. Indian Hotels Company. I assume it's this one. Yeah, this is perfectly normal. So what you're doing is you're trading this as the inverse head and shoulders. And you're wondering whether a closure out here and a pullback is normal. Yeah, absolutely. So this is the conservative entry point kind of on this stock. And this is actually kind of cool as well, because on that 8 hour or the daily here, see how there's all these moving averages behind it? So the 50 exponential, the 20 exponential, and the 200 simple are all acting to help support this stock. And even on the other 4 hour, there's some there. So yep, it's completely normal that it comes back. It's called the conservative entry point. I would definitely recommend that you probably do a bit of research on patterns and the 2 different ways, or at least the 3 different ways you can trade them. We will be doing a section on these streams moving forward where I'll have like 10 minutes with where I just blab on about a trading concept. It might be how to trade flags. It might be how to trade, I don't know, head and shoulders, whatever. If you guys think that's a good idea, that'd be awesome. And I will do that and then upload it to the YouTube as what they call evergreen content, because we have none. Got none on this channel. So if you guys like that idea, let me know. Gold super close. Yeah, gold is super close. Dollar index will be something you want to watch through this session. So here's the issue with the US 500 is we're going to open about 41.40, it looks like. So it's still no idea central for the day. US 100 looking more bullish. I think 13.4 is the clear area here when you know that the tech stocks are going to go quite long. And is that helpful? Probably not for some people today, but that's the reality of trading. It's 1% away from current price. Let's go down here. What did we have as picks? So most people were asking for, we got Plug, we got Tesla. Tesla's going to win out, as it always does. I can't stop the damn thing from winning. Maybe I'll have to negate it one day. Today is fair enough, though. Tesla's having a pretty interesting morning. So 586. And then the other one, AMC, SPY. We've got SPY, AG, Tesla, US 500, Roblox. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we should check out Roblox. I don't even know where it is. You know, maybe I'll go with AMC. Do I love Disney? I did love Disney. I did, but then it hit $200 and I was like, goodbye. It's like McDonald's last year. Hit 220. I was like, goodbye. Sometimes I like companies and then they do crazy stuff. So we'll have those there. I think they're the winners of the chat. Let's have a look around the market now. So Disney down to 173. I'm starting to like it more because I think they'll reverse those numbers on the streaming platform as soon as they get their new higher quality content, especially if that Loki's decent. So today's big winners here looks like some of the ones that are losing from yesterday. We've got Roku, Tesla, Square, SEA, Coin, Snowflake. We talked about a whole bunch of those. So they're all coming off that kind of supportish zone. We still need to probably see more to find out the next steps for those. We've set up pretty closely here. US 500, 41.20 again is the watch zone for the session. And the interaction with that. If we sell off during the day, does it buy off that area? Does it go straight through it? I'm looking for lightning bolts towards the downside. Oh, quite a few people want to watch silver. AMC 1357. It's up a lot, but I think, really AMC is not too interesting until it cracks 14. Now you crack 14. Oh, that could be crazy. So we'll watch silver because it was breaking out. Let's see how it comes back down to this level now. Okay. So we want to see a closure above this area. 31 minutes to go for that one. Scroll up here. We've got Lunchable Connoisseur with the Talcoin image. US $5. Talboy Monster. More bags than... Oh my God. You're killing me here, Lunchable Connoisseur. Talboy Monster. More bags than a mobster. Tom late to the stream. Busy but chugging Fosters. G'day, mate. Thanks for all you do, Tom. My God, Lunchable. That's a wild donation. Thank you very much, sir. Daniel Polk, $5. Please, let's have a quick look at Hex US dollar C for fun. Okay, Daniel, we'll check it out. We've got 1 minute, though, so we've got to do the hype. Let's get the hype on. Almost missed it, guys, but we never quite do. Intro. I think by the time you guys see this, we will literally be on the market. Here we go. All right, guys. Tough week out there. Lots of internet issues for me, but that's into Australia. All I hope is that you did all right and that, of course, you have a great week and great week for next week. All right, so we backed that in straight with a market open. Oh my goodness, and we're done. We are open today, guys. Let me play the bell for you one last time for this week, and I've lost the bell. It's all happening here. Here we go. That sweet Nasdaq bell is open. There we go, guys. So we've opened to a 41.45 market. Looks like it wants to long at the start of the day. The close will be the key, but we are looking at the 41.60 on the resistance side. So we'll go out to the 1 hour. Where do the bulls take more control of this market? It's going to be somewhere around that 41.60. We'll switch to the SPX to show you why. There it is. The real market struggled with that zone last time. So even if the bulls take it here early, they're going to have problems right at that zone. I think that's where the bears start to try to push back the pressure. Nasdaq's going to do its own thing. It's in the middle of la land. We don't know on that one. There was some strong buying yesterday through the bigger stocks, but of course the weaker kind of stonks did not do well. Silver's on breakout at the moment. Gold's getting up high. 1842 break close should lead to more bullish pressure, and the dollar index is failing. Tesla opens 581 for this session. Let's quickly look at the percentage changes here. DoorDash and Coinbase out in front. Coinbase, not bad. I mean, it's basically back to where it was yesterday, which is okay. Earnings, I think, were 3 times more than normal. Airbnb up 4% after the earnings call late after the close. So that's not too bad. Supposedly unlocks come through tomorrow though. Next trading session. So that could be a bit worrying. And on the negative side, we've got Disney disappointing on the streaming stuff. Let's go to the watch list speculation. What do we got in the speculation? Remember, if you want your stock that you follow in our speculation list, then we can chuck that in there. I'll be opening the rooms on the weekend, probably Sunday my time, and you guys will be able to vote in there for some, and we'll add them into the list so we can watch them together as a community. I'd rather watch what you guys want me to watch than me just to pick everything. Mara here, 10% up. Riot Blockchain, 10, almost 9% up. And where is the GMEs? GameStop down 2.12%, and yeah, not too good. All right, so I think that's the level for the S&P that I've got, 4160. Right in this area is going to be some big problems. Remember, we're using the SPX code here. Use SPY, use SPX, use the real market, never the fake futures market. We don't want to do that. Let's quickly do a couple of these super chats. We'll do ZOM just for some people. I know that Johnny loves this thing and a few other people do. ZOM is probably going to have a turnaround here. Of course, US oil tanked a little bit. That sent it down. I think that things are looking better for it, but it's all about the market. So these rejection pins, once you get a closure above one of these, it should send ZOM higher. Doge thoughts about Elon's Twitter. Doge thoughts on Elon's Twitter always. Yeah. You know what really worries me about this Twitter thing is if you guys believe in Tesla, then shouldn't Elon be focusing on Tesla a little bit more rather than just like buying and selling Doge and Bitcoin? That's kind of how I would see it. It's a bit disappointing, I find, if I was a holder in Tesla, which I'm not at this current stage. Maybe at 450, I'll consider it. Hex US dollar C. This was a request here from Daniel. Let's have a quick look, Daniel. That's a cleaner chart. Damn, that thing's going hard, isn't it? It's going ham. That's a week. That's a daily. Congratulations. Big move if you got it all. Very nice. This is a crypto, guys. It's going up hard, fast. I think it's clear for me. Let's have a look here. Oh, which time frame do you use to follow the moving average? Because you've had two recently. It's all been about, is it 2 hour or 3 hour? Probably the 3 hour. Strange chart. 3 hour 20 moving average. This thing is pumping it up off. I wouldn't want to see it too much underneath that. It's gapped underneath that for some reason. It's had one major sell off. 0.06 and it hit 0.067. I feel like the 20 moving average is pretty important, but I'd probably draw a horizontal right through there. And I would say that if this thing closes below here, Daniel, that things are looking quite weak for it, and I could see it trending down. And as long as it stays above these previous resistances and previous support lines, then we can move towards the 0.07, 0.08, etc., etc., etc. So not too bad there on Hex. It does look promising. US 100 now coming through a little bit. Let's have a quick look down here. Net, Square, TDOC, all of them up. They, of course, got really smashed yesterday. TDOC was down about 5-6%. Oh, I'm seriously considering starting to think about taking investments in TDOC, like big long-term ones. At these kind of prices, damn. But it's a falling knife. So you know what we do? We don't buy it. We don't buy no falling knife until we see the turnaround. Square barely holding on for dear life at the 202, and same with SE. How's silver going now? Silver starting to pick up. So I think the story is probably more the metals here today than anything else, and all those hyperstonks coming through with some bullishness here early. But the US 500, I'm going to be looking at the 4160 over the session, and then I'll be looking at the 4120 for a break low. US 100 and FANG, I'm just looking for a 13.4 level close above, signaling bullish intentions. I'll, of course, be covering that tomorrow in the video. I do kind of apologize about today's stream. I think it was a little bit rushed. That's just because I didn't get back in time. I will be definitely coming back with some big stuff for you guys Monday. We might go a little bit extra time on Monday, maybe do 2 hours. We'll go half an hour into the market open as well, just to make up for today's impoverished stream. And I also want to give you guys away now, because you've been so patient, a very cool program. So I'll post the link in the public Discord, !Discord, as always, guys. And this is app ticker. Let me see if I can refresh this. Here we go, guys. So actually, can I copy it here? Oh, there we go. I'll chuck it in this chat right now for you. But please do join the Discord. We're trying to get to our point of... we're trying to get to our 7,000 goal in there. And we're definitely on the way. We're definitely on the way. So let me go through, get into the chat. All right, I'm going to post it here. This is the referral link. Get in there, guys. And let me show you why this is cool. Let's just search a random company. Square, for example. Oh, some of you knew about this one. Yeah. I still think it's really cool for a lot of people. So you come in here and you see a crappy chart. Now, is the TA any good? No. Stuff that. Get rid of that. That's all rubbish. But when we scroll down, we get some excellent stuff here. And this stuff is awesome. We get all of this information at our hands. We get what it is. We can go to the news. We can go to the filings. Look at this. Phenomenal. How good is it? For free. Free. You can go to the estimates. Look at all the data. It's all there. Just like probably one of your favorite fundamental YouTubers will probably copy this data and paste it, and it looks like they made it themselves. Excellent stuff that comes out of this program. So I think we'll do some fundamental analysis on a couple of stocks over, like the way I kind of look at it, over the next coming months on the live streams. We'll probably even bring them into the channel a little bit. But this is a very cool little app here. It's got valuation, financials, estimates, everything there. All of the years in past history, pretty much pulled for your viewing pleasure. Now, you'll notice I've got this on dark mode already, but it's just all here. You've got calls, transcripts, valuation, everything. It's all there. And you can just search whatever stock you want. So I think this is really putting the power back in for the people, because these kind of programs... You know, a lot of this technology, a lot of the stuff that's in here, you know, I've used Bloomberg terminals before. They're bloody expensive, and they really only help you with, they give you so much information, they kind of confuse you. I mean, you do get reports from all the big investment banks. They can be sometimes helpful with certain ideas and concepts to know what they're doing. But really, you're mostly looking at options volumes. So really huge options volumes. And I really want to take the channel into options and start talking about that. You guys are keen on it. We found out the other day. So this app is Ticker. You can get it by clicking on this referral link. It's free, guys. It's free. I don't think I get anything for it. But yeah, it was shared by a member of the community. I'll shout them out. Klim shared it with me. And I'm sure a few people have probably seen this. Maybe someone somewhere else has had it before. But what I want you guys to think about here is share this type of stuff with me. I'll share it with you guys. And then we all get better for it. So if we take that kind of lessons out of this week, it's a cool program. I think it's awesome. Other ones I use, Koifin. Get on Koifin. Great program as well. A little bit different stuff. I use that more for those daily analysis where I'm looking at all the sectors and everything. But yeah, it's just excellent stuff. It's excellent stuff. Let's go back over to the markets. I'm interested to know whether this thing's moved up anymore. So US 100's trying to go for it. It's trying to get up there. Airbnb now down. Is that right? Now down. Was 140. Is that serious? Yep, it is serious. So it's all switching, guys. It's all switching. Dollar index still down. Silver still moving up. Glorious. Excellent. Roctopus 306 Canadian $5 payday. Congratulations, Roctopus. Great day. Happy Friday, Tom. HYFM before you go. Hydro Farm. Share with me free stuff, guys. Free stuff for the community. Do it. If someone actually has options, because what have I used? I used Bloomberg Terminal for getting like really huge option positions and expirations that are going to happen over the next kind of month or something like that. And I want to see where those levels are at. If you have a free program that does that really well, share it with me and I'll share it. Maybe I'll even start using it. It'd be cool. HYFM, clear resistance here. You know it's going to be 70. 70 breaks, so significant. Daily close there would be mental for you, but we're quite far off that right now. 8 hours, oh, not 8 hours, 4 hours here. Could tell I've been doing a bit of crypto recently. 8 hour charts. I only use 8 hours on metals and crypto. Bit of Forex as well. Yes, it's on support and it's bouncing a little bit here. So HYFM, not bad. Hopefully it keeps bouncing for you. There's nothing to be worried about here, Roctopus. It's come back down to a level that makes sense. You know where your target's going to be, spiking around that 67 to 70. You want to see this. You would love to see this. That would be glorious, because then you can start to really think about this thing going towards that $70. But yeah, it's just the trend line. Even the weekly, if it closes up here a little bit, it's sequencing with this idea that there's bullish momentum coming through each time. So I would like to see further bullish momentum here on Hydro Farm. This is a truck construction machinery company. So hopefully you keep getting that bullish pressure there, sir. AMD testing support. Yeah. Truly Messiah says, Johnny, send Tom some gas for his Hyundai. I only drive Toyota, man. Boring, crappy Toyota. But guess what? Cheap service. More money for the stonks. Terrible. One day I'll support the Tesla. I'll support the Tesla or something like that. All right, guys. You have a great Friday. I'm pretty tired. Come back to you on Monday with some fresh stuff, and we'll go through those super cycles that I've been promising you all week. At least I gave you the free app today. Catch everyone. Check ADA, it's breaking out. Yeah, but it's already been to 195. I'm out of this thing right now. Look, we kind of theorized 213 for ADA, but I'm kind of thinking I'm on the dot wagon. And dot's kind of been annoying to me, so I'm on the dot wagon. The dot wagon is the way I'm going. Because it should follow ADA. That's the power of the crypto. They should all flow round. Truly Messiah says, I guessed that you drive a damn Toyota. Yeah, you know, man, you know. All right, see everyone. Thanks so much for all the new members as well and the donations today. You guys are legends. Always remember that. Bye for now. Johnny, why the hell are you buying Hertz? That company is trash. No trash. Giovanni, I'll give you the ticker invite code. More ticker codes. Here we go, guys. We're spamming them in. Spamming them in. Also, exclamation mark Discord. There you go. And the other one I use, Koi Fin. We're feeling good. FinViz. And there's heaps of others. But anyway, it's all good.